Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shoot it to the right, shoot it to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of What a Horse. We're getting ready for a good horse show this weekend.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be over at the Ag Center 2 days, Friday and Saturday night. Got Jeanette Balcom going to be doing the judging.
Yep.
She did the trainer show. Yep. So what are we going to do?
I'm going to take us to commercial there.
Oh, you are?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Go ahead.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to where the 5 to 9 more than makes up for the 9 to 5. To where you check your troubles, along with your coat. And days are made, even at 10 at night. Welcome to the best time you've ever had, since the last time you were here. To old friends, new experiences, and forgotten cares. Welcome to where life moves at the speed of you. Welcome to Sam's Town Tunica Hotel and Gambling Hall by Boyd. Welcome to where you want to be.
When asked why I go with light tube, well, the answer is pretty simple. In 1946, a company was formed to provide phone systems and nurse call systems at an affordable price. That company would continue to grow. In 2000, that communication team realized the dot-com bubble would provide power, flexibility, and efficiency to house voice-over internet phone services. So they built their own platform and installed their first voice-over IP system in 2001. While Host My Calls was getting started in 1946, a year later, in 1947, saw the beginning of the Tullahoma Utility Authority. They would start providing electric power to homes and businesses throughout the entire Tullahoma area. In 1977, as more services were needed, the current building was built to provide both power and water to meet the needs as Tullahoma's growth continued. And in 2008, Tullahoma would venture into the world of fiber optics and start providing the strongest internet service in the area at affordable prices. With the history of these two companies providing dependable service, selecting LightTube for Host My voice, text, and video to run over was an easy choice. Call today, 931-581-4411, and start experiencing great communications.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
Welcome back. I'm going to make these announcements. The Spring Extravaganza starts Friday night. It's Friday and Saturday at Bedford County Ag Center. Friday night times to start will be 5 o'clock. Saturday is going to be 4. Jeanette Balcom's going to be the judge. You can call Carol Misseldine, 919-437-6597. And I just about guarantee she's either on her way or will be there on the showgrounds tomorrow, because she comes in and gets everything ready. Then we've got, in May the 10th, we've got the Upper Cumberland Walking Horse Show, Hyden Park Agriculture Pavilion in Cookeville, Tennessee. Contact Jimmy Sherrill, 615-464-5047. And my buddy Bill Cantrell is going to be the judge. Down in Coleman County, and that's in Alabama, May 17th. You got one located at the Coleman Agriculture Center. Call Greg Johnston, 931-242-3957, and the judge will be Derek Monahan. That showtime is 5 p.m. So this year's I want to tell everybody that the celebration has named their judges, and they are, one of them, Bill Cantrell. Bill Cantrell, Robert Kortner, and Brett Ryder will mark the cards. That is this year's fun show. We need to really, really make a statement.
Yes.
And that's simply because all the stuff that's going on. I went back through it with a lady. She asked me to contact her congresswoman. So I did. And I explained to her. And I don't know whether whether she's going to reply back, because I just put it on the line. I said, we have been threatened, and my proof to being threatened was a text message that Rachel Caesar sent to the DQPs when they were in, I believe, Perry, Georgia, working, threatening them if they didn't turn down honors. And this before honors even got to the show. We're not here. I mean, this is the stuff that this industry has gone through.
Yes.
And this is just one of them. It's just how they more or less overstep their bounds and threatening the DQPs and all this stuff to get their way. And for years, that's happened.
Yep.
And how many times has it happened to you?
Oh, it happened a bunch, quite a few times.
Well,
you know.
They take advantage because...
Well, it's pretty much like bullying. You know, they try to intimidate you there.
Well, I explained that to this congresswoman, and I'm hoping that she gets back in touch, but a lot of them never will. I even talked in there, I pointed out the fact that, and this is what gets me, and this is how, and these other breeds, I hope y'all listen to this, because everything I say here is 100% true. You can check it out. You can see, you can look at their list of foreign substances on their website, or it was, unless they've taken it down, because it pretty much is kind of idiotic to have that and say all these chemicals hurt a walking horse, but they don't hurt other breeds. But they had a long list of the shampoos that we can't use, sulfur that we can't use.
Yes.
And we had do we have that video of all, now here's everything that is foreign substance to a Tennessee walking horse, because it may harm the Tennessee walking horse. So we're not allowed to use it, but other breeds are.
You know, and a horse is a horse.
I know.
You know, and sulfur, you know, a lot of places have sulfur water.
I know. And you can't have sulfur.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to educate all these other breeds, because I realize right now what's going on. They've got it out for comment until May the 10th, is it? Or May 20th. May 20th. The comments are out there, and the people that are looking at it, going over the comments, one of them in particular is going to be Dr. Tracy Turner, who is now the president of the AAEP. Now, do you remember Turner?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I believe wasn't it 2011 that he came in and working or helping, assisting the USDA in inspection area, and all these horses were turned down for rotated coffin bone.
Yes.
And everybody, and I know several that turned right around and carried them to an equine clinic, Root and Riddle, matter of fact, and they couldn't find a rotated coffin bone. And they can't say, well, they probably healed, because if you look it up and you read, then if your horse gets well within 6 to 8 weeks, it's pretty astonishing. But these horses evidently healed overnight.
Yeah.
But and now he is with going to be helping going over the comment period, which means that we're right back where we was. He and the AAP and the other one, there was another organization, AVMA. Both of them endorsed the new rules and strengthening the HPA. But in this new, I don't know whether it's a rule or just a new way of putting it, the 1664, I believe, 1684, the prevent all soring tactics, they endorsed that. And if you read it, there's only 3 horses mentioned in it. The Horse Protection Act was for horses.
Yes.
But now this comes out and no other breed is mentioned. There's no saddlebreds, like we both know.
Yes.
That the saddlebreds couldn't pass a simple inspection.
Yes, right.
If they turned down every one that flinched or moved, they wouldn't have had a horse in the ring.
That's right.
But they allowed them to show anyway. But if that had been one of ours, we wouldn't have got to see the entrance gates, much less be in the show. But this is more stuff that we've gone through. And that's what really gets me, is they're putting us out here wanting comments on strengthening the rules when the only group that has followed the rules is walking horse industry. So they come back, and rather than mentioning the other breeds, they're still stuck on the walking horse. They talk about, well, we do this to get us to lift their legs higher. What do they do to get them to do that? I mean, grant you, they probably trot from birth.
Yeah.
But
well,
to
just
that
like,
extent.
But that's just like a Tennessee walking horse. He walked from birth.
I know.
You know?
That's
and they think something is because he walked like that behind that you done something to him, but they ain't. That's like birth. Like this horse right here is trotting.
Yeah.
And he trot from birth. A Tennessee walking horse walks behind him. If you get a video, a picture of a Tennessee walking horse, when he's born, he have that long walking stride behind.
I know. And we put a bunch of it out there showing it. But we're supposed to believe that their horses do this naturally, but our horses don't walk naturally. Now, grant you, I give them credit. Their horses do trot from birth. But look at the difference. Now, look at the steps.
Well, it is again, Jerry, they horse trot from birth, but not exaggerate like they're doing right there. Our horses walk from birth. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And then we do the same thing like they do. We just put a little bit more exaggeration to it.
Right. Well, here's another question. You see these horses jumping? What do they do to these horses to get them to jump that high? Now, grant you, they've jumped. We've seen Tennessee walking horses jump. But now, what do you do to get them to jump that high? And everybody, there's a reason in training.
Oh, yeah. But I guarantee you, if you look at their leg structure and their bones, they have a lot more leg problems than Tennessee walking horses have.
Yes.
And jumping horses.
Well, right here's another. Grant you, they probably trot, pace, whatever they want to call this, from birth. But what is done to get them to do what they do?
Yes.
And this is what's always bothered me for over 55 years now. The Tennessee walking horse has followed the HPA. If we caught any of our people in violation, they were suspended, fined, whatever. Plus, we had to put up with the government coming in, and even if we found every one of the violations, they would always find more.
Yes.
Now, not that the more that they found were honest violations, is more like Caesar ordering you to turn down a horse because she wants it turned down. But what did they do to deserve turned down? Like they turned your horse down after it passed the DQP.
Yeah, that's right.
And turned it down for a scar. Mm-hmm. Said that you blistered the horse intentionally.
Yes.
And where was the scar?
Up there close to the knee.
On the knee. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm talking about. But we're supposed to believe that they come in here and they're 100% honest and truthful with what we do. I guarantee you, there's people in different ones that in different breeds that cheat.
Oh yeah. I mean, any sports or whatever, you're going to have people that do it like it's supposed to do it, and you're going to have people that going to push the envelope and do a little cheating. And I don't care if it's football, basketball, horses, or whatever it is. You know, and when you do that, you got to get rid of the person that you get caught cheating, not the whole industry or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing about it, Jerry. They don't do that. What they do is they pick on us because we were the ones that enforced the HPA.
Yeah.
And turned in the people that we found in non-compliance. They took that and ran with it and made it into something worse and just kept on. So what I'm saying is this: two wrongs don't make a right. The walking horse industry was being honest, straightforward. If a horse was out, they called it out. The USDA said, well, since they found them out, we need to go find more. And another thing is now we're coming into a time to where we've got the AAEP and the other organizations, AVMA, that have endorsed this new prevent all soring tactics, 1684, but the only horses mentioned in there are the ones that have honestly been enforcing the rules since it enacted in 1970.
Yes.
So what's wrong with that? I mean, we're Americans too. So I can only assume somewhere that somebody is being paid, bribed, or something. And yeah, I'm saying it. Because for you to tell me that soap on my horse is going to hurt it, but soap on your horse isn't.
That's right.
One of us is a damn idiot, and it ain't me.
You know, they even started this last time about hairspray.
Yep.
That when you put on a horse's tail now, other breeds can use hairspray, but we can't use hairspray.
Yep. That's just an example of the targeting, and that's exactly what it is. I'm just hoping that the Congress people, members of Congress, look and say, hey, give me a break. It's like our pads and our shoes. They talk about what is allowed and what's not allowed. For those of you who do not know, we got rid of the boots in 1970. Another masterpiece was the last horse to wear a boot into the arena at the celebration. We searched and tried several different devices that would not rub the horse's foot. We came up with a smooth chain. That was what worked the best. And people say, well, you put them horses in chain. I got on a chain right now that I've wore for years. Does not bother me. People wear ankle chains. They wear chains around their neck. They wear bracelets around their wrist.
That's right.
That do not hurt them. But then they come up and talk about how that chain hurts. That 6-ounce chain hurts that 1,100-pound horse.
That's right.
Oh, it's so cruel. Well, people need to stop. They need to think, and they need to ask themselves about these other breeds. How do they get them to do that? Are they abusive to them too? Or is that natural? Or could it be, just Lord help me, could it be that training a Tennessee walking horse by changing the shoeing and the weight of the boot accomplishes the same thing that these people accomplish doing whatever they do?
That's right.
So how can you say one is abusive and the other isn't? I mean, that is the stupidity of it, is that they want us to believe how great they are, and we're not. Sir, he walked from childbirth.
Yes.
I can still remember the day that David Williams called me and he said, Jerry, you need to get over here. You got a freak. I said, what? You got a freak? So I went over there and looked, and he was right. I had a freak. He used his back end great.
You know, anytime you work in a horse, that's just like these horses right there, these Pasafinas here and stuff like that. I mean, them horses are born with that gait, but you train them to enhance it, to make it better. And that's the same way we do the Tennessee walking horse, the same way they do the Hackney ponies. That's the same way they do any show horse that you fool with. You work on him to try to make the gait better.
That's it. But we're condemned for it.
Yes.
And I grant you, I am for the horse protection.
Oh yes, me too.
I really am. I think it ought to be enforced to the hilt, enforced against everybody. But you cannot tell me that the Tennessee walking horse is that bad and these others are that good.
That's right.
When both of them are accomplishing relatively the same thing as the high step.
Well, you seen that on the video with the saddlebreds on the checking part of it.
Right.
Okay, they try to go through the same process that Tennessee walking horses go through. And you've seen them, they move way more than you ever see a Tennessee walking horse move going through inspection.
Oh yeah, all we got to do is barely flinch.
Yeah. So you telling me that they say on palpation, if that horse flinch, that he's a sore horse. So why when that horse flinch, he's not a sore horse, and he gets the sore, and he gets the show.
That's it. That's it. And they can't answer that, or they won't answer that. That's why I'm hoping the new Secretary of Agriculture, I'm hoping she looks and says, now wait a minute. If it's a duck, it's a duck.
That's right.
If it's a rabbit, it's a rabbit. And if it hurts that horse, it hurts that horse. Let's get this on a level playing field. And in all honesty, I don't know him that well other than how he acted during the celebration, finding all them horses with rotated coffin bones. I do not trust Tracy Turner. Mm-hmm. I do not trust him to be 100% honest and out here in left field looking in. Get outside the box and compare the breeds, compare the way they go.
Well, the biggest thing of it is, Jerry, to me, is you have to have somebody that's a horse person to be over an organization like that, and don't be biased to one horse to another horse.
He is a horse person.
I know, but he's biased to one breed. You understand what I'm talking about? You have to have a man that's open-minded, and to me, a real true horse person, like any breed of horse that does his job well. Mm-hmm. I like any kind of horse that does his job well. I don't care if it's a saddlebred, walking horse, jumping horse, or whatever. If he does his job like he's supposed to, I sit there and watch him.
That's it.
And I'm not gonna say, well, I can't stand a thoroughbred or I can't stand a dressage horse or whatever. That's not because I'm only stuck to one breed of a horse.
I love them all too.
And I like them all. I like all breed of horses. They doing what they supposed to do.
Well, when it comes to inspecting, I think all horses should be forced to, and you're going to have different inspections. Now they'll inspect the thoroughbreds different than they inspect ours. But when you get to these other breeds, especially the jumpers, the walking horses, the saddlebreds, there was a lady I talked to day before yesterday, and she was talking about in California how things had changed out there, but when they went to a show, that non-walking horse show, that you could see 10 feet away the rubs and stuff from the bell boots and things that they're allowed to use, that they say don't harm them horses.
Yes.
Now, I mean, it's just like them saying during the inspections of the saddlebreds, well, they just don't want us picking up their feet. What kind of answer is that?
You pick up their feet to shoe them. They put the shoes on their feet.
That's it. I mean, don't.
Yeah, I mean,
They come up with lame duck excuses, lame duck reasons on why they do this and why they do that. And you go back through the years, every time the USDA does something, it's to harm the walking horse industry. They come up, and especially on due process.
yes.
To date, we do not have due process. They've been told to give us due process. They don't want to give us due process. They started that because they could not tell the difference between a horse they turned down at 1 o'clock and that same horse they passed at 2 o'clock. And then they find out it was the same horse. They turned it down at 1, passed it at 2. At the celebration, I forget what year it was, but I watched the guy come in, flat shot horse, went through inspection, the government inspected him, he walked right outside the door, took the English saddle off, put the Western saddle on, took his riding jacket off, put on a Western shirt and a cowboy hat, walked right back in with the horse under a Western saddle. The same inspector that had just passed him going out turned him down when he brought him back in on a scar rope. Now, did he sit there and watch him swap saddles and everything? No. But he just thought it was another horse.
Horse, that's right.
So he's going to find him in violation of scar rope. So he got that scar in less than 15 minutes.
Yes.
So this is what the walking horse has gone through for years. And if they get their way with this 1684 bill, it's going to be the same thing, because even now they cannot mention these other breeds. They still got to mention the walking, the racking, and the spotted, as though we're the only ones out here. And that is not right. The Horse Protection Act was written for all horses. Saddlebreds, hackney ponies, standard breds, quarter horses, thoroughbreds, I don't care. All of them need to be inspected.
Yes.
That's just the way it is. And that's what needs to be done. But this Prevent All Soaring Act, that's nothing but a mirage. That's something they put up there to blind everybody into believing that they want what's best for all breeds, but they're only going to come after the walking horse.
My biggest thing is like this, Jerry. What would happen if I take a padded shoe and put on a quarter horse? If they gonna put him in that same category as a Tennessee walking horse?
If they can turn him down, they're going to turn him down.
That's what I'm saying. and he's a registered quarter horse. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I don't know. People just got to be more educated on, if you're gonna be in that field, you got to be educated on every breed of horse that you fool with.
But you're most of the time, and they can say what they want, but I've seen some of the VMOs come in that are actually afraid to touch a horse.
Yes.
They had the big boy in there one year that he walks up that horse like this, and that horse scooted away. Said, he's something wrong with him. Get him out of here. Non-compliant.
Yeah.
I mean that's what we have put. I can't wait until these other breeds are forced to go under the same inspection process that we do, because I guarantee you, I will have somebody hit out videoing them, just like we videoed the last time, and we saw how they acted, we saw what they did, and we saw what the government did.
A lot of this, when you get a lot of them veterinarians that come in from places like that, or VMOs that come in, they go on a lot of hearsay, and they already got a problem with it when they first come.
Oh yeah, in their mind. Well,
and their mindset.
They brought in them 3 independent vets one year, and I mean, they sat right there and they said, this wasn't what we were told we'd see.
Yes.
I know, you were told you was going to see all this ghastly stuff that's just unbelievable, but we stopped that. We stopped the people from doing that. We got rid of them. They're out of the picture. You don't have to worry about them. When you go see your horses now, they're not in that kind of condition unless somebody has done it intentionally just so they could try to throw us under the, which is exactly what Clint C. did with the horse over, I forget his name, that one they had over in Winchester. He just carried that poor old horse over and dumped it off and told everybody what bad condition he was in. But when he was there, he wasn't in that bad condition. But the next time when he showed him, is after he went and got him.
Yes.
Can't Die said that's not that horse's feet. Said there ain't nothing wrong with that horse's feet. And there wasn't when it was at her barn. But once he took the pictures, somebody did it.
Yes.
Which can't see, I would not put nothing past him, but it was done. And that's the whole thing. And now we've got other people trying to follow in his shoes.
And the inspectors that we have to today, from Show to Curtis Pittman or whatever, they does their best on putting a sound horse in the ring. And and them horses are being inspected, and they go on thoroughly.
This whole industry is for years. They've worked hard, and I've seen people, trainers. Well, I've seen you down on your knees just checking their feet to make sure there's nothing on there. And then, what really gets me, and this is the greatest part. I want everybody to listen to this. But we're about to run out of time for this segment. I have seen so many times videos put out on YouTube and Facebook where they're talking about these guys like Jerry Williams putting caustic chemicals on the horse's feet. And when they show them putting these caustic chemicals on the horse's feet, they're doing it with their hands.
Yeah.
Putting it on there like this with their hands. And this is a caustic chemical that eats up the flesh, does all this stuff and really harms, but they just wipe their hands off and keep going. So y'all must be superhuman.
It's got to be superhuman.
I mean,
not
you
to
feel
eat your
no
hand.
pain.
Yeah, not to eat your hand off. The same hands that you put in your mouth to eat with and everything else. And
unbelievable. I mean, Jerry, my hat, I ain't got no hat on, but I take my hat off to you. But if y'all can withstand that. But then you got people out there, and here's what, that believe it.
Yes.
That's the problem. You got people that watch it and see it and naive enough to believe it, like the lady on the news out of East Tennessee talking about putting bolts in their legs. Gonna take a big old bolt, stick it through their leg, and that's gonna make them walk.
People, I mean, I just don't understand a lot of people. They just don't realize stuff. But that's like I say, it goes back. They hearing somebody say stuff like that, and they haven't seen it for themselves.
And they believe it.
And they believe it.
That is the problem. And that's what people need to realize. There is a problem out here, and it's called education.
Yes.
You've got to get educated on what the walking horse can actually do and not believe everything you're told, because people will lie to you.
Oh, yes, they will.
They will flat lie to you. And I can tell you right now, sir, a horse that I own flat walks on his butt. And the only thing you have to do to get him to walk on his butt is take him out there and ride him, put a 4-ounce action device on him, and you can check his feet, clean as a whistle. He's not abused. He's not beaten. Matter of fact, he if anything, he's babied.
Yes.
He's pampered. So all you people who want to believe the lies and the fairy tales, I do feel sorry for you. If you want fact, go to a horse show. Watch how these guys work. That horse right there, from the day he was born, has been doing just that right there. And that's a young lady on him. Not even the trainer. But he loves it. You give him,
if that horse was hurting anywhere, he wouldn't go that easy and free.
No, and that's a fact. I think we better take a pause for our sponsors, because CJ has got the one up there saying y'all done talk too much. But everything we said was fact. Did you?
We'll be right back after these messages.
Looking for that perfect horse to suit your wants and needs can be very exhausting and discouraging. But once you find that certain horse, it all changes to joy and excitement. That's why the best place to look for your dream horse is the Equine Performance Horses sales site. We have a lineup of some of the best horses being offered for sale in the equine industry. Whether you're looking for that perfect trail horse, an extreme cowboy mount, or a winning show horse, find the one you desire at Equine Performance Horse Sales Site. Put a smile on your face, laughter in your heart, and fun in your life by visiting equineperformancehorse.com and find your next mount. To discuss a specific horse, call 931-224-4191 or 931-581-4411.
Hey Tennessee, Ross Chastain here, the guy who likes to smash watermelons on the front stretch at Nashville Superspeedway. But you know what I never smash? Safety rules. Racing's all about control, and the same goes for life on the road. So use your melon and don't mix drinking and driving. It's like trying to race with a busted engine. Be a pit crew hero, and if you've had a few, pass the keys to a sober friend, because we're all racing toward a safer Tennessee, and we want you there at the finish line.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
Well, we have been here long enough, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I'm going to take a break and start watching some videos, because we got the extravaganza coming up. But we had the extravaganza last year, the 24 extravaganza, and they were some great horses. The question is, how many of those are going to show up this year? So we're going to see.
We'll take a poll there and see which one we'll be right.
I believe that to be there.
Yeah.
So we got one, Cole Haan and Ally Joe Jacobs. Tell you what, that horse has been a tremendous horse.
Yep.
Looking good. Ally Joe's barrel racing now. Anybody got a barrel horse that's a walking horse, let me know. And right there's Ladies Privilege and Thomas Derrickson. I tell you what, this right here is a real good mare. Now, she's already won this year. For reserve, I think she was. But now, she's going to be out here. I'd say we'll probably see her.
Yeah.
So that's two. She's just be in a different division. Missy and Tim, both of them are proud of this one. She's a beautiful mare, too. Slim and Hot and Robert Dortch. I don't much think we're going to see that one. Matter of fact, I think, didn't he sell that horse?
Yes.
So we won't see Robert, but I mean, we may see Robert. He may be in there on something else. I haven't seen him show yet this year. Have you?
No, I haven't seen him show none.
Robert, we miss you, buddy. I always like to watch him because he goes around through there. He's always got that little smile on his face. Might not be a real big smile, but he's got that smile on his face. Sincere smile, that's what they call it. That's a good horse right there, though.
It was a real good horse.
Zorro Jr. I'm going to say we'll see that horse right there. That's three. Beth does real good with that horse, and the girls do too. So I'm not going to say who's going to be right.
Yeah.
Oh, any one of the three may.
That's a nice horse right there.
Get it done. Sure can. Get it done right. And right here, I Am Big Enough. That's your world grand champion from 2024. So I'd say we'll probably see him. He's one of the best ponies out there. That's a class this year that's going to be hard to beat.
You are exactly right.
Hey, it's going to be exciting all the way. I need to call and see how Greg's doing. He's a good one, buddy.
Yes.
You know, that's a consistent pony.
Oh yeah, it is a nice pony.
He is. Gets it done. Jose's hell of a view. Caress Heineman. I'm not sure about that one. I have not seen that one yet this year.
I'm gonna say you'll see a lot of horses show this weekend that you haven't seen. Oh, you haven't seen showed yet.
I know Tommy and Nancy are awful proud of that mare right there.
Yeah.
And she is now. She's a great mare. And they may have done something different with her. A lot of these people, they get them real good mares and they take them out of the show ring and put them in the pasture.
And breed them.
Right there, the Char Queen.
I would say you probably see her.
Yep, we'll probably see her. Because that's one thing the BCs like to do is show.
Yeah.
They do like to show. And that mare right there, a pretty good mare, buddy.
That is a good mare.
Well, she's one of the top mares in the industry, I'd say. The Char Queen. She's got a good slow walk.
Yeah.
That flat walk, she just gets it done. Title defense.
I'm gonna say you'll see him.
Yep. You'll see him. I would think you could call your buddy right quick and find out and see if we're predicting correctly.
Title defense, and they defend their title here tonight with a blue ribbon. And Samantha Green.
Samantha sure ride a horse.
Yes, she can.
Gets it done. Her mama's a real good rider. Wilhelm. I hope we see him because I really like that one.
Yes.
That one's a good one, buddy. He showed earlier this year too. One good horse.
That is a good horse. He named after a good man too.
Yeah, he's named after a legend.
Yeah.
Black Gin Scout. Well, we won't see that one.
No.
I tell you, but we're liable to see Megan. Mike said he was, his email or text message to me said that they would be back in the ring as soon as they found something. That right there was a tough loss. Really tough loss.
That was a good horse.
It was.
Jimmer's Country Girl and Josh Watts will be at
Jimmer's Country Girl. We may see that. That's a long ride, but this 2-day show.
Oh, I don't know. We got the.
We put a question mark
put a
on
question
that
mark.
one. That's a long ways to haul. But it's a 2-day show, so they may decide to venture up and see us. And I tell you what, Josh or Carol, either one can show that one.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I saw him. And he looked good. She looked good.
Top Gun Maverick and Bill Calloway.
Top Gun Maverick.
Blitz, Pennsylvania. Top
We
Gun
liable to
Maverick
see a different rider.
Yeah.
On the rail now is our blue ribbon winner for our Riders
Oh.
Club Show Pleasure 5 and under.
Name at the bottom, Bob Adcock. He loves to ride them all.
And Bill Calloway for Bob Adcock of Blitz, Pennsylvania. Bill Calloway and Top Gun Maverick are win the blue here tonight.
That's a big horse, too.
That was a big horse.
Joe Paw.
Joe Paw. I'm going to say we'll see Joe Paw.
Yeah.
Because I seen a video this morning where they was working him, getting him ready for one of the girls.
Okay.
Shane's training that horse now.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing a real good
He's
job.
doing a good
over
job. Yep. We might need to take a day over and go and visit him.
there. You know,
At his barn.
that'd be fun to do. I
He got a new barn that he just built and everything.
Get in touch with him. We go over there one day.
We'll call it Spending the Day with Shane.
Yeah. Just tell him to have some hot dogs ready. My brother in arms, I'm gonna say, yep, we're gonna see him. He's one of Missy's and Tim's top ones. That's a good horse. He was reserved in this class, but he's won his share. I like that name too. My brother in arms.
And Dwayne Wilson. For
Honors to Mr. Guest.
I would say we probably see that horse.
49. Honors to Mr. Bliss. And Dwayne
I'm gonna
Wilson.
put him down.
So our blue ribbon
We
winner
haven't
is
seen him
number
yet this year, have we?
49. Honors to
No,
Mr.
we
Bliss.
did.
Yeah,
too.
uh-huh.
We sure did.
Horse farms of Belmont.
Dwayne
Honors to Mr. Bliss
Wilson,
and Dwayne Wilson.
Guido. Virginia's proud of all her
Yeah,
horses.
she is.
Though. Now she's proud of every one of them. Boy, you're walking right there.
Yeah.
Georgia, Florida line and Tim Smith.
Georgia, Florida line.
I don't think we'll see him.
No, we will not see that one.
He's up in Kentucky now.
Yeah. He took a little trip.
But you never know. Grider might be down here this weekend to show, since he's one of the judges at the fun show.
He may be. He may. Jose Show Off and Caress Hyman. I'm not putting a question mark on that one. I'm not sure what they've done with their horses. I tell you what, that lady can show though.
Yeah, she can.
She sits a good seat. And out of Jose and Drew Graves. Not sure. Neat name though, out of Jose.
Yeah.
There was some good horses
some
there
good
last
horses,
year,
yeah.
but we ended up with 11 of them that we think we'll see.
Yeah.
So,
And you know, it'll be a lot more horses that didn't show there last year, show there this year. And
I believe so too.
some new ones that haven't been, you know.
I believe with the way things are going, it will get very interesting. I hope there's a lot of tough competition.
Me
there.
too.
Well, I guess you're up.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.
The Tennessee Walking Horse is rapidly becoming the horse of choice when selecting a great ride for the family. If you're looking for a smooth, easy ride on the trail that will take you through hills and streams or an obstacle course competition, the versatility of the Tennessee Walking Horse will stand out by showing its willingness to learn and its smooth, easy, steady gait through the course. If it's a competitive show horse you're looking for, the Tennessee Walking Horse is the perfect family horse by young and old. Whether it's flat shot or padded performance classes for an amateur adult or youth, a walking horse is the horse of choice. The Tennessee Walking Horse is perfect for every equestrian division. Also remember one simple truth.
If you ride one today,
you'll own one tomorrow. That's a fact.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
More of What a Horse coming up.
All right. Well, we're going to go. We got some victory passes from the Smokies that there's a lot of good horses up there. They had a really good show. So we're going to check them out.
Mr. True Blue.
There's Mr. True Blue. Now here's one of them ponies.
Oh, yeah. That's a good fit for her right there, that pony right there.
It is. Great fit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I can't wait to see them all in the ring against each other.
Yeah.
That's when it's going to, that's when it's going to be loud, exciting.
Yeah.
People screaming, yelling. There's I Am Mighty Jose and Shane Porterfield. He did a good job in this.
He did do a good job.
Rode him well. Rode him well.
Blue Ribbon Ride for Shane Porterfield on I Am Mighty Jose. Taking it back to the center of the state in Murfreesboro.
Cole Hahn. That's one that she showed up there. That's been a couple of weeks. Yeah, she's ready to show again.
Yeah.
You ever notice how relaxed she is on a horse?
Uh-huh.
I mean, she just like, hey, I'm here. That is really amazing to watch these kids ride.
Jacobs family entry of Murfreesboro. Sweet Walking Matilda, Allie Jo Jacobs, your itinerary owner of
That's one we about to see this weekend.
Yes.
1362 is your
Sweet
class winner.
Walking Matilda.
Is waltzing, but here it's Sweet Walking Matilda and Allie Jo Jenkins of Murfreesboro with a blue ribbon ride here in the Smokies. Cousin Bob. Shane Porterfield.
This is one that I
Yeah.
think Shane is really, really doing a good
Oh, yeah.
job with. That horse looked great.
Uh-huh.
He really did.
Our amateur-owned and trained leading combination comes to you from Murfreesboro. It's Cousin Bob and Shane Porterfield. I sang Dixie.
Real good.
Joe Jacobs,
This is another good horse right here.
I sang Dixie.
Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
I sang Dixie and Allie Jo Jacobs, your U17 under champion here in the Smokies. It's I sang Dixie and Allie Jo Jacobs, the Jacobs family entry of Murfreesboro.
We're watching her grow up
Oh, yeah.
very fast. That just, I look back at the kids through the years
Yeah.
that we've watched.
Mm-hmm. You've been seeing her since the lead line days.
That's right. But some of them, the Beasley twins,
Yes.
I mean, cookie makers. But
Uh-huh.
so it just gets better and better. We go on and on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see you at the extravaganza.
Yes, sir.
And you can probably go over and catch Carol Missile down there. I'd say anytime tomorrow afternoon or a little later. Her number is 919-437-6597. And if you need something, she is the one to call. Again, this year's Fun Show judges, Bill Cantrell, Robert Kortner, and Brett Grider. So that's going to be, I look for the Fun Show to really be big.
I believe so. I
Every
think
show so far this year has had more horses.
Yeah.
Let's hope it continues.
Yes, sir.
Everybody continues to bring out their horses and have a good time. But until next week, have a safe
Be
week.
safe and be careful.
safe.
Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Please start talking.